Lima. River Plate have been out for a while. Flamengo just joining them. The Argentinian side are 45 minutes away from retaining the Copa Libertadores. Let's rejoin former England defender Stephen Warnock and first of all Mark Scott.
Thanks very much, Mark. So yes, they are within touching distance of doing it once again. Jorge Jesus needs to pull something out of the hat, and the big question would have been during the interval, what exactly did he say to his men in red and black?
Well, one thing he will have said is that you're fortunate to come in at just 1-0 down. Take that as a positive, because they weren't at the races, they were poor. He'll be asking for more passion from them, more belief in what they're doing. They need to lift their energy levels because they look flat in the first half. And I think the only thing you could say is that it can only get better for Flamengo as well.
Well, we heard a lot about that man during the interval. And Marcelo Gallardo took over at River in June 2014 when he inherited a side that hadn't won a continental competition since 1996 and was still smarting from their first ever relegation in 2011. But he quickly revitalised the place, winning the Copa Libertadores, the Copa Sudamericana and the Recopa Sudamericana in his first 14 months in charge, which is the equivalent to the Champions League, Europa League and European Super Cup. He is a phenomenon, and his legend is set to grow even greater. It's not just Pep Guardiola who's been paying tribute to him. Lionel Messi has also been full of praise, and some feel that he fancies the prospect of him either taking over at Barcelona or as the head coach of the Argentine national side. Too much on it for Felipe Luis. And we mentioned the fullbacks being so key, but Rafinha and Felipe Luis have barely made a dent in the opposition half so far.
No, they've nullified them completely, River Plate, with the way that they've played. They've been very clever. Tactically, they've been superb in this game because they are dangerous players. They're very experienced, and you do need to shut them down as quick as you can, and River Plate have done that as Luis is caught on the ball again.
Here's Chesson. Bit of room to work with now for the Astroreta. Gabriel Barbosa, who does have a fierce strike on him, gets his first strike in at goal, but easy enough for Armani.
Just getting in between the lines there for the first time, get turned and running at the River Plate defence, but again, not that power or acceleration to really hurt River Plate, and Barbosa sort of takes the easy option there, just shifts it and tries to score a wonder goal, if you like. You need to be a little bit more clever in what you're trying to do, have a little bit more guile in and around the box.
He was banned for the first leg of the final, having defied a touchline suspension in the semi-final second leg against Gremio last year, when he gave a half-time team talk, said that he did it because he thought it was necessary. He doesn't regret it one bit. He was banned from even attending the first leg of the final against Boca and watched the second leg in Madrid from the stands. He is a bit of a maverick, but he really is doing the business. And again, Bruno Henrique's appeals fall on deaf ears.
They've just been so aggressive in the tackle. They've believed in every time that the ball's coming into the strikers of Flamengo that they're going to get tight, they're going to make it difficult. Superb defending again from River Plate.
Throw from Gonzalo Montiel. Forwards by Chesson. Chased by Bruno Henrique. Bruno Enrique again going to ground and again getting nothing from the referee, but eventually the whistle does go the way of Flamengo for the foul on Georgian Diarraskiaite. Short for Gerson. Everton Ribeiro gets the cross in, which got a deflection on it, but Torres back there helping out the defence. An important lunge from Pablo Mari there.
Rafinha was in trouble. He knew he was getting ran away from. Mari does well just to help his full-back out and sniff out the danger. I haven't seen much change from Flamengo at the start of this half. They still look lethargic, they still look tired. They don't look like they want to be on the ball. You see, a few minutes ago, Gerson in midfield, he just doesn't get hold of the ball properly, he just spins it in behind. You've got to take care when you're on the ball in a final like this. You've got to want the ball, you've got to be brave to make things happen.
Was caught out of position there, and Suarez's strike wide in the end. River have only lost 4 of their 21 League and Cup games since their season started in July, winning 12 of them.
Enrique's just disappointed there. He feels like he's got his eyes on the ball. He's only seeing the ball. He leaps, gets a good header on the ball. Flailing arm, catches. There's not much in that at all. You can understand why he's disappointed. It's a great leap from Enrique.
Lucas Martinez sends it forwards. Everton Ribeiro. Gabriel Barbosa. Gerson. De la Cruz snapping at his heels. Felipe Luis. Looking for Gabriel Barbosa, but catching practice for Armani.
His decision-making's been superb so far in this game. Again, take the pressure off your defence, come out, claim the ball, slow the game down again. Very good goalkeeping from Armani.
De la Cruz, intelligent pass that. Matias Suarez works it back to Palacios. You can see what he's trying to do there, and Rafinha has to just shovel it out.
Good play from River Plate again. It's inventive in and around the box. The difference is just how calm they are on the ball. They believe in what they're doing.
Milton Casco's throw. Around missed it. Here's Palacios.
He keeps on shooting. He keeps on getting that half a yard and getting a strike in at goal. It's unfortunate here. You can see what he's trying to do. He's just trying to use the defender to bend it round into that far corner. Alves had it covered this time anyway.
He scored in River's last game, their domestic cup semi-final win over Estudiantes last Friday.
I just feel that Flamengo are going to have to make a change at some point to make something happen in the game, get an injection of pace into the game.
Injection of pace from Montiel there. Julian Arau thought about it. De la Cruz went for it and sent it a long way over the top.
I think he made the wrong choice there. If he scores from there, we're looking at goal of the century. very difficult skill to take it out the sky like that and catch it on the side volley.
Again, Bruno Henrique is on the deck, and again, no whistle for him. Instead, Borre tries to get away, and he does win the free kick, and that will be a yellow card for Pablo Mari, the first Flamengo man in the book.
It just seems to me that Flamengo, every time they get the ball, are surprised at how quick River Plate are pressing them. River catch them by surprise again, and great play from Borre down the line. So strong, and he's away, he gets his shirt tugged, he gets pushed, he gets kicked, and rightly so, gets booked for the challenge.
Joined this summer for £1 million after 3 years at Manchester City. Pablo Mari, though he never played for City. Wide it goes from Palacios. Midway through for Nacho Fernandez.
Just look at the body language of the Flamengo players as well. They're walking round, they've got their heads down. They don't feel like they can get back into the game, or at least that's how it looks from the body language.
That's a corner. We wonder how long it'll be until Jorge Jesus looks to his bench to try and change the complexion of this one. Nico de la Cruz over the corner. It wasn't a bad delivery either. And came off Caio last. More chin stroking for Jorge Jesus. De la Cruz's corner is again met by Rodrigo Caio. Rivero using his physicality well. There's a River player down in the box at the moment. Now, with the miscontrol, but then he made up for it. Everton Ribeiro in possession now, and they want the ball put out to River. But this could be controversial. Bruno Henrique! And Gabriel Barbosa denied, as is Everton Ribeiro. Well, if that had ended up in the net, there could have been a riot.
Well, how have they not scored? You look at Barbosa, he's running off, he's claiming for a handball. The players are surrounding the Flamengo players now from River Plate. They feel that the ball should have been kicked out. The Flamengo just wonder how they haven't scored there. Great defending from the River Plate players, throwing bodies on the line, getting in the way. It's not a foul, and the follow-up from Everton, he should do better. He just scuffs it into the ground. The keeper, Armani, jumps all over it. He feels very fortunate that it just drops into his hands here as he dives to his right-hand side.
Well, plenty for Roberto Tobar to contend with here. There's the discontent amongst the River players that Flamengo didn't put the ball out, and then the protests for a handball by De La Cruz. This is what they're appealing for.
It's never a handball, it's a ricochet onto the elbow, but great defending from River Plate. What you'd want at that moment in time in the final. Bodies on the line, get yourself in front of it. It's purely frustration from Barbosa that he didn't get anything from it because he feels he probably should have scored himself.
Well, he's in consultation with Esteban Osterhick, the Uruguayan, who is the VAR for this game. And the decision is a bounce ball. Still a lot quicker than we've had in the Premier League.
Yeah, just interesting to see that he didn't go to the side as well and use the screen. Something that we've been desperate to see from the Premier League.
And that's gone behind, hasn't it? Certainly looked like it, and that's what Matias Suarez was asking for. An hour played, and the second half has yet to really get going, but that will suit River Plate, who are inching towards successfully defending their crown. Everton Ribeiro took too long. Felipe Luis has to scamper after that one. He won't get there. And it's another unforced error at the back from the Brazilians.
Been put under pressure time and time again from River Plate. They've forced them into errors constantly. It wasn't a difficult situation to deal with.
Gerson was caught. Everton Ribeiro. Caio all the way back to Diego Alves. Pablo Mari. Willian Arau. And it's back to Diego Alves. Willian Arau. Gerson. It's a bit better from Flamengo. Felipe Luis.
That's the first time we've seen what we expected to see from Flamengo, playing it out from the back, the structure to the play.
Yeah, that was a meaty challenge, and the free kick has gone Flamengo's way.
You can just see the trap that River Plate are trying to set every single time. When the ball goes long, they're onto it straight away. They're in the faces of the Flamengo players.
Milton Casco made the challenge there, has already been booked, and a few of the Flamengo players were just inquiring as to whether that would merit a second caution, but fortunately for him, Roberto Tobar not interested.
I think it'd have been very harsh. I think he was genuinely trying to go for the ball, just a little fraction late. Every foul's not a yellow card. I think some people get carried away with that. I think the refereed this game very, very well, though. He's managed it superbly well.
Nacho Fernandez. Away by Diego Alves. Good boot in from Bruno Henrique. Arau to Felipe Luis.
Again, River Plate coming out on top in the battles in the middle of the park. They've won everything in and around that centre. When balls have been ricocheting about, it's been a River Plate player who comes out on top.
Bruno Henrique turning into trouble, but then remedying the situation before he was clattered. Taken quickly. Rafinha. Everton Ribeiro. Rafinha. Di Arrascaeta. Everton Ribeiro. On for Rafinha. It's not a bad cross, too high for Gabriel Barbosa. It's run to Felipe Luis. And arriving late in the day was Everton Ribeiro.
It's just so static from Flamengo. Whenever they've got the ball, they're looking up for a pass and there's no one running in behind. There's no one really causing a problem for River Plate. River can just stay in the positions and hold the ground, knowing that they're not going to dislodge them.
Well, we wondered when Jorge Jesus may roll the dice and make a change. One is imminent. Is Borre, though, the man who scored the goal that separates the sides. Joe Fernandez on the move. Cherson. Nicely done. Enrique did well to stretch for that. That was looking for Gabriel Barbosa, and that's a high boot for Bruno Enrique. Advantage played. No advantage gained, though. Cherson is being withdrawn, and Diego, the 34-year-old playmaker who injured his ankle in the Copa Libertadores in July but returned last month, is on for him. 34 caps for the senior Brazilian side. De la Cruz.
Diego is the type of player who can definitely make a difference in a game, and he'll be chomping at the bit to get on the pitch, watching on from the sides, thinking the quality's not quite here, I can add more to this. So now's his time. Can he step on and show everyone why he should have been playing a starting role in the game?
Palacios. Nacho Fernandez, that's a good pass. Suarez's ball wasn't close enough to anyone in red and white.
Brilliant again from Palacios. He has been superb in this game. Just a lovely back heel, sends two of the Flamengo players right out the way, and great passing behind again, and it's just Suarez waiting for that pullback. He was waiting on the edge.
It's a handy pass, and on the stretch Pablo Mari not fully away. The action says it all.
Lovely control on the chest, and the strike is almost perfect. You can just see it from Fernandez. He thinks it's going in the top corner. The keeper believes it's going there as well, and the keeper's more relieved than anyone just to see it fly past the top corner.
You see a River change imminently as well.
But River's change will be for a different reason. It's not to inject life into it, it's to keep the energy, the high intensity that they've had all the way through this game so far, so that the game plan can continue to take place.
Pinola pinching the ball off Gabriel Barbosa once again. So Julian Alvarez, big moment for him, the 19-year-old forward has played for the Argentina under-20 side, had a couple of minutes at the end of the semi-final second leg against Boca, and he is on.
He needs to bring energy onto the pitch, carry on that momentum that they've got at the moment, and an opportunity for him to write himself into the history books of River Plate and score a vital goal for them at a crucial game.
There's not a defensive change, is it?
No, and that's great to see. Sometimes you get to this position, you think 20 minutes to go, do we need to sit in and take what we've got? He doesn't feel that that's the best way to go about it. Feels that Machado feels it's completely the opposite. There's another goal in this for them, or keep pressing high up the pitch and keep Flamengo in their own half.
Diego immediately making his presence felt. Milena Rao on the stretch there, cleared by Caio. Still yet to really get going. Just that one clear-cut chance for Flamengo when there was that scramble. A good save from Armani and a good block from De La Cruz as well. Given how much of a goal threat they possess, it has been a blunt showing from them so far. Bruno Henrique. Away from Perez. And caught there by Enzo Perez. I'd expect the yellow card to come out, and there it is.
Yeah, he knew he was in trouble, Perez. He knew that Henrique had that pace to get by him. Did the sensible thing. It's a tactical foul, bring him down. Just hope we see a different tact here from Flamengo. Will they put the ball in the box? Every free kick that they've had, they've taken short. They haven't caused any problems. Diego seems like he's going to put the ball into the penalty box finally and hopefully test this River Plate defence.
So it will be Diego to deliver. Another bad ball as well, but whistle's gone.
I just wonder, there's a little push in the back as the free kick came in. I just wonder what was given there from the referee. It was better from Diego. It caused a little bit of a problem to River Plate.
Diego, who as I mentioned has 34 Brazil caps. He actually headed an injury time equaliser at Wembley in 2007 in England's first game back at the redeveloped stadium. He spent 12 years playing for various sides across Europe. Taken quickly by Everton Ribeiro. Time ticking for Flamengo. Gabriel Barbosa dropping deep. Here's Diego. On the way through for Rascaeta. Everton Ribeiro now. Trying to find Rafinha. De La Cruz has only succeeded in finding touch.
Seems like everything that Flamengo tries, it's quick, it's rushed, it's not calm.
De La Cruz loses out. Here's Diego. Felipe Luis is going to have a hit. Well, he is still looking for his first goal for Flamengo, so that was probably wishful thinking as he let fly there.
I think Franco Armani will be delighted to see Luis pick the ball up and think he can score from 30-odd yards.
Well, you've got to love it. 1-0 up. He's already brought on one striker, and Gachado is about to bring on another forward. Lucas Prato looks about ready to come on. and it is a striker for a striker. Rafael Santos Borré, who is set to be the match winner, is withdrawn. And Lucas Prato, the 6'2" forward known as the Bear, is on for him. As a former Boca youth player, he had to win over the River fans, but will remain forever etched in River history thanks to strikes in both legs of last year's Copa Libertadores final against Boca. And each of those goals came when they trailed by a goal to nil, so he's scored some absolutely essential goals for them. He is their second change of the piece. Bruno Henrique. Mascaeta dispossessed, gets it back again here though. Bruno Henrique away from one. Diego, and now Gabriel Barbosa spins it round for Everton Ribeiro. Decent ball in, and the acrobatics from Diascareta not quite coming off.
That was the best passage of play from Flamengo. It comes from Diego, being calm on the ball, finding a little nutmeg through to Barbosa. It's a lovely reverse pass from Barbosa, and Everton does well to stand it up. The acrobatics doesn't quite match up to the link-up play leading up to that.
Third change then for River. Paulo Diaz, who many thought may start as part of a five-man backline, does feature in the final, but he's on for the left-back, Milton Casco, who obviously has a problem, judging by his reaction.
He didn't want to leave the pitch in that way, did he? He wants to stay on, help his team out, but sensible thing, if you've got an injury in a game like this, you cannot stay on the pitch and cost your team a goal.
Diego dragged down. Felipe Luis. Everton Ribeiro spins it on. Rafinha. Everton Ribeiro. And in towards Bruno Henrique. Everton Ribeiro managed to snatch the ball there. Towards Gabriel Barbosa, but well gathered by Franco Armani, who hasn't put a foot wrong so far.
Just signs that Flamengo are growing in confidence. It's starting to string a few passes together up front and looking a little bit dynamic. Will it be too late in the game to put this period of pressure on River Plate?
Felipe Luis. Mascaeta. That's roll one. No foul on Diego. Prato. He's going to have a pop. Well, when you've scored in both legs of last season's final, I guess you're entitled to chance your arm from range.
Yeah, you are if you hit the target, but perhaps the wrong decision there. He's got men either side of him, opportunity to really drive at Flamengo's defence.
Nice pass to set away Gabriel Barbosa. Oh, and he couldn't find a teammate, and that's a real waste.
It's a bad decision. Should do better there.
Everton Ribeiro losing his way. Here's De La Cruz. Enzo Perez. Prato. Excellent stuff, just what he was brought on for.
Great hold-up play. Takes the pressure off your defenders when they're under pressure for the last 5 or 10 minutes. Just halts that momentum that Flamengo have tried to gain in the last few minutes. It took Rafinha a couple of swipes at him to get him down in the end. He's a big old lad.
Again, River are just first to every second ball. Matias Suarez nearly got him round the back. He's dispossessed Felipe Luis. Matias Suarez and laid it off for Palacios, who can't hit the target.
He's been superb, Suarez. Brilliant running behind. It doesn't quite fall for him. He doesn't stop though. He wins it back and then he picks a pass at the end of it, and they should do better, River Plate. They should extend the lead in this game. Superb again from Suarez.
Rafinha, Everton Ribeiro. Pablo Mari to Bruno Henrique. And then Arau has to get back to mop things up. It sounds strange when you're talking about a side who have scored 57 goals in their last 25 matches, but Flamengo look a bit short of ideas in attack. Diego offloading to Mascaeta. Felipe Luis. Willian Arau. Rafinha. Everton Ribeiro. Rafinha. No way through once again. De La Cruz missed that, but to no harm. Kyle. Everton Ribeiro. Good burst this. Now it's Gabriel Barbosa. Corner.
Really good play from Everton there. He gets on the half turn and drives at River Plate, and you could just see from the ball that he played in how bobbly it was to Barbosa. Sometimes we're not giving the credit to the players on this pitch, or how difficult a surface it has been to play on.
Now, referee just sorting out some issues. Marnie's come a long way, and again has been a safe pair of hands.
Brilliant from Armani. If you're a centre-back and you're in the middle of that box and you're thinking, who's going to win this header? Who's going to get up and win it? Goalkeeper, don't worry, I'm coming for this. I'll claim this. I'll take all the pressure off you again, as he's done all game. His performance has been very, very solid. As important as the frontline players have been pressing, he's been in some key decisions, coming to collect crosses at vital times.
Diego rode one challenge nicely, now finds Everton Ribeiro, who has a bit of room to work with. Everton Ribeiro again. Nice dummy from Bruno Henrique. This is Felipe Luis. Bruno Henrique rising. De La Cruz can run it clear. In fact, he can do better than that. Montiel making up good ground. Nico de la Cruz just got there. Now it's Prato. Prato going for it again. Diego Alves has to get behind it.
He's got one thing in his mind, Prato, every time he gets the ball. Can I get a shot off? Can I make something happen? And he chested the ball down. I thought, he's going to hit this straight away. He took an extra touch, but he couldn't wait to get it out of his feet again.
Bruno Henrique. Here's Gabriel Barbosa. Disappointing final for him. And a really poor pass there, as if to sum it up perfectly. Willian Arau. Mascaeta. Bruno Henrique rescuing things. Here's Everton Ribeiro. Mascaeta hooked on for Gabriel Barbosa, who's kept it in, but has just presented it to Pinola. Came off Willian Arau last. It'll be a River throw, and there'll be no hurry to take it as Jorge Jesus rolls the dice once more. Willian Arau withdrawn. And it is Vitinho who replaces him, a wide player who is often used as an impact substitute. Actually scored in the Champions League at Manchester United for CSKA Moscow back in 2017. He's used his tactical nous to good effect, and now he wants something from the River Plate supporters to see them home. Felipe Luis is onto it. Felipe Luis again. He was fouled, but the advantage played. Bruno Henrique. Diego. River, understandably, just starting to sit a bit deep.
Yeah, but they look organised, they look solid in what they're doing. Just sat there waiting. There we go. There's the moment. They're waiting for that slack pass.
Asios looking for De La Cruz. De La Cruz will chase that. Alves can smack it away. Palacios. It's a foul. And that will eat up some more precious seconds for River Plate. There is more football for you later on the BBC after this final. Match of the day coming up on BBC One with highlights of all of the Premier League action, 10:20 on BBC One with Gary Lineker and co. Now then, Mascaeta, Bruno Henrique. Can Flamengo rescue themselves? It's been a flat performance. Bruno Henrique slips it through though, and Mascaeta across, and Gabigol has his goal. Gabriel Barbosa steps up on the big stage to rescue Flamengo.
Look at the fans. You can tell what it means to them to come back into this game. They've been down and out, Flamengo. They've been so poor. They haven't brought any quality. And then Enrique just gets the ball, Enrique on the right-hand side, and he drags it across the goal. I think it's a shot, I'm not so sure he means it. Lovely slide ball from Enrique. And you're thinking, is he stretching for a shot? Barbosa, he doesn't care, he's following in like all good strikers do. Can I find something? Is it going to ricochet off the goalkeeper? He looked marginally offside before it, he wasn't, he's on. Goal stands and Flamengo back in this game, whether they deserve to be or not.
The top scorer in the Copa Libertadores this year has his 8th goal in the competition, and Jose Jesus' side have got out of jail. 1-1, and suddenly it's the sea of red and black that is celebrating. Four additional minutes. De La Cruz deflected. Diego Alves, uncomfortable one to deal with, and it will be a corner. In fact, there was offside.
I mean, it's so clear that he's not offside. He's way behind the ball, Barbosa. Timing of his run, anticipation of something dropping his way, like all good strikers do. He hasn't switched off all game. He could have been sulking that he hadn't had the service, he hadn't had opportunities, but he keeps going until the very end, and arguably the easiest goal he'll score, but possibly the most important goal in his Flamengo career.
Well, they've had to wait a long time to have something to shout about, and now they really are shouting. Gabriel Barbosa off after it, and he's in again! Remarkable! Gabby goal has surely grabbed the Copa Libertadores for Flamengo! It's incredible! What scenes! What remarkable scenes!
Well, this is quite incredible. They haven't been in the game, they've been poor from start till the 85th minute, 86th minute, and then a simple ball from Diego. He looks for a long ball. Barbosa suddenly, with a little bit of confidence, thinks, I can pin him. Then he fights for it, which we haven't seen him do all game. It ricochets his way, and he just gets a strike that the keeper can't deal with. And this game is completely flipped on its head, and you can see the Flamengo fans crying. They can't believe what they've seen. They were out of this game. They thought they were going back with nothing to show for the form of the Copa de Libertadores all the way through. And now it looks like they're going to win it.
Well, they want him to be signed permanently. He's on loan from Inter Milan, the 23-year-old. I think the Flamengo supporters will absolutely demand categorically that he has to join permanently now after this stunning display. He's had a poor game up until now, but he has popped up with 2 goals, and this surely is the match winner.
It has to be. It's a great strike. Hard, low, goalkeeper, it's in and around his feet, if you like. He just can't adjust quick enough. It's a great strike from Barbosa. The keeper doesn't have a chance with the speed that it travels past him. What a finish to the game he's had. Quite incredible.
Well, the 4 additional minutes that were signalled are nearly up, but will certainly have a bit longer. Bolted on after the goal and the celebrations, and the yellow card that was dished out as well for his celebration. heartbreak for River Plate. And, well, a penny for his thoughts. Well, the Flamenco bench are on the pitch there, saying that it should all be over. Pires de Mota has come on for Arrascaeta in the meantime, and Bruno Henrique will take that foul, and I think he was kicked as he went to ground. It's a straight red card, and it's all unravelling for River Plate now. It looked a stupid kick out on Bruno Henrique. Deary me, what a disastrous last 5 minutes or so.
So silly from Palacios, isn't it? There's just no need for it at all. And there's another sending off as well.
Well, he's already been booked, Gabriel Barbosa, and, well, he's off. He was sent off in their last game. That was for dissent, and then a second yellow card for sarcastically applauding the referee. And as is customary, he's been in amongst the goals, but also has got his disciplinary problems flaring up once again as well. Nothing if not box office. And although it took a while to get going, it's a crackling crescendo to the Copa Libertadores final. I'm sure that he will say he does know what's going on, but he'd be excused if he was a bit confused given the events of the last 7 or so minutes.
Well, it's just a finish to the game that no one saw coming. We just thought River Plate were going to see it out. They were quite comfortable. Suddenly we had action for the last 10 minutes or so.
Flamenco are the champions of South America. Jorge Jesus has guided them to only their second ever Copa Libertadores title after one of the most dramatic climaxes in the history of the competition. Marcelo Gallardo so close to claiming another continental crown. Devastation for the Argentinian side. And Flamenco pinch themselves and now get set to party. Full time, Flamenco 2, River Plate 1.
The River Plate fans continue to applaud their team. What a ridiculous sport, ridiculous game. I mean, they're not in it at all. They barely have a chance, Flamengo, to Alberto Silva, and yet Barbosa, who we haven't really seen in that game, 2 goals right at the end.
Well, this is what I spoke before, and it's about winning the game. But obviously, when I look on that game, they were very positive in the game until this 2 chance of Barbosa, and luckily he got a goal. You know, they built up. They didn't create much. You know, it came out from nothing, especially the first goal, and gave them another chance.
They'd knocked a little bit, haven't they? As in, they'd been a bit more on the front foot in, say, the last 15, 20 minutes, Jonathan Wilson, but still without really creating anything.
Yeah, and it's just one of those games where you think, why do we bother doing this job at all? Right? Well, what's the point of analysing anything when that can suddenly happen? But at the same time, yeah, that's the magic of football, isn't it? And I think River look back at it and look at how they conceded possession in the build-up to that equaliser and think maybe that was a bit needless. But yeah, they've been mugged here, they've done everything right and they've lost the game.
39 and 40 goals now for Gabriel Barbosa. We can just see both of them as we cut off the River Plate fans in tears. He just, I mean, actually, this was a good ball across for him. He couldn't miss that. The second one is a sensational finish, but that was a good ball across for him.
Oh, very good ball, you know. It's build up from Bruno Henrique, pass one, and then provide the ball for the Arrascaeta and Gabigol, you know, as we call him, because he was at the right place.
As I say, that's his 39th, his winner, 40th. He's also got Well, after today, 22 yellow cards and 2 reds as well. I mean, his disciplinary record, along with his goal-scoring record, is phenomenal, John.
Yeah, it's back-to-back red cards, isn't it? But you see his value. You know, Pinola, who'd been excellent all game, out-muscles him there, just beats him to that bouncing ball, and once he's got that sniff, it's a great finish.
What does this mean for both Flamengo and Brazilian football?
Oh, it means a lot, Of course, people will talk about, Flamengo didn't play their best game, as we know, they didn't play. But in the end, you remember who win the trophy. And for Brazil, as a country, it's important to have this competition, hold the trophy in the country, because I think last time was with Grêmio, if I'm not wrong. And then, bring back the trophy for the country is something very special.
And the chance to go to the Club World Championship, which is hugely important for the South American team.
Yes, also, chance to play against Liverpool. And they look forward now. Everyone can talk about it before we have this conversation, but now officially they can dream about it.
And the other thing, of course, is what you should do is touch the trophy on the way out, because then you get 2 goals heading into stoppage time and win it for your team. So from now on, touch that trophy.
No, now he's officially he can. And when I saw that, I said, oh no, don't.